This week's sponsor is Icy Hot, because when you're looking as swell as us, you need it.
Yep.
Welcome to this week's show of Mano y Mano. I'm Jason, aka J-Ro.
Nick, Wolfman.
We're doing the fight predictions for UFC on Fox 2, January 28th.
7 p.m., Chicago, Illinois.
A lot of fights on this card, so we're going to jump right into it.
Yes, let's dive. Let's do this.
First fight on the card, being contested at 185 pounds. We have Chris Camozzi
Versus Dustin Jacoby.
Camozzi's coming off a loss to
Carmont.
Camozzi, all-around guy, likes to stay standing and so on.
Jacoby, stand-up fighter, coming off a loss versus Starks.
I think we actually picked Jacoby in this fight last time too.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But this fight's contested at 185. Middleweight, who do you got?
I'm going with Jacoby again.
I'm going with Kobe again. He can't fill us twice. Come on.
So, next fight.
Let's do it.
Being contested at heavyweight, we have Joey the Mexicutioner Beltran
versus LeVar Big Johnson. Hey.
These guys are both brawlers.
Yes.
Basically. End of story. Beltran's coming off a loss to Stipe. I can't.
Stipe Milicic. I want to say Miocic. There you go, Miocic.
Yeah, he likes to stand and bang.
Yeah. LeVar Johnson, same thing. Stand and bang. He's Strikeforce fighter, coming off 2 losses, making his debut in the UFC. That's kind of weird, but you know, there's only so much competition in Strikeforce. I guess you got to make a name for yourself in the UFC.
Who you going with?
I'm going with the Mexicutioner.
I'm going with Big Johnson.
Hey.
Next fight, being contested at 155 pounds, we have Michael the Menace Johnson
versus Shane Roller.
A little bit about Johnson. Wrestler, Ultimate Fighter fame, coming off a loss to Sass.
Yes.
That's pretty much it.
Shane Roller, 2-fight losing streak. Know what that means? 3, you're cut usually. He's an all-around fighter. 155 lightweight.
I'm rolling with Shane Roller here.
I am also. Wrestling can only get you so far.
Yeah, and just...
We all seen what Chad Mendez.
Shane Roller just has more skills, I think.
Yes, he's an all-around fighter. Like I said, wrestler, one-dimensional. It can only get you so far.
Yeah, I think he wins this fight. Next fight on the card.
Yep.
Being contested at 145 pounds. We have Charles Do Bronx Oliveira
versus Eric Little Lee Wisely.
Oliveira, very good fighter all around, good on the ground, stand up. He's coming off a loss to Cowboy.
Yeah.
Cowboy just kind of destroyed him, but
yeah, just worked him.
Then again, who hasn't Cowboy destroyed? Not Nate.
Yeah, Nate did work on him. Eric Little Lee Wisely is making his UFC debut. So all around fighter. Once again, this is contested at 145.
Who are we rolling with?
Charles Oliveira. I don't think he loses.
I'm going with Oliveira as well. I don't know where he got that nickname.
Do Bronx.
Do Bronx. But Oliveira, we think, wins this fight.
Yes.
On to the next one. Being contested at 145 pounds, we have Cub Swanson
versus George Roop.
Cub Swanson, very, very cool guy.
Yes.
He's coming off a loss to Ricardo Lamas.
Yes.
Cub likes to stand and bang, likes to take the ground, all-around guy.
Yes. Strong wrestler, by the way. George Roop, all-around fighter, coming off a loss against Hayoki. Hayoki is no joke. He's a good fighter.
Yes.
So we can all understand why he got his butt whooped.
He actually hung in there for that fight. For Hayoki didn't look the greatest, and I think Hayoki is probably one of the next guys to go against Aldo.
If Aldo doesn't move up in weight.
Yes, true.
Which would be not smart.
I was real surprised that Roop hung in there against Hayoki. I mean, especially since Roop doesn't have a chin.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Your puns on it.
He doesn't have any chin at all. But who you rolling with?
Cub Swanson. I don't think he loses this fight.
I think Cub wins as well. On to the next one. Being contested at 135 pounds, we have Johnny Brutal Bedford
versus Mitch Gagnon.
A little bit about Bedford. Just coming off this past season of Ultimate Fighter.
Yes.
He's got a 2-fight win streak. Good fighter. He looked real good in the finale and so on. Likes to stay standing, decent ground game. You know, he lost in the finale, but I mean, he just got caught. But he looked good. He looked good coming out. You know,
He lost on the show. That's
on
what
the
you meant
show.
to say.
But in the finale, he looked phenomenal. It's
Yes.
the best we've seen him.
Now, Gagnon. He is a ground specialist, submission. He is coming on a 6-fight win streak. Debut. Contested 135. Who you got?
I'm going Bedford.
I am too.
I think he makes it three in a row.
Yep.
Next fight, heavyweight. We have Mike Russo.
Versus the Viking, John-Olav Inemo.
These are some big boys.
Yes.
Very big boys. Mike Russo, he actually has a 10-fight win streak.
Amazing.
Especially for heavyweight.
Yeah.
You know.
He's the one that upset, what was homeboy's name?
Thompson?
No. Big Duffy. Duffy? Todd Duffy. The big muscular
Oh, that's
guy.
right, that's right.
Knocked him out. It was sick.
And Duffy got cut after that.
Yeah.
And he got knocked out by
Yeah. It was bad. Yeah.
But Russo was actually losing that fight. And then he came back and knocked him out. But he's got a 10-fight win streak.
That's amazing.
Big boy.
Yes.
All-around guy.
The Viking. Submissions. Ground fighter. Good ground fighter. He's coming off a loss against Dave Herman, I want to say?
Yeah, Pee-wee.
Pee-wee Herman, yep.
They actually stood and banged the entire time.
Yeah, which was shocking.
They stood there and banged, and they both got tired, and basically the one that was least tired won.
Yeah, Herman.
I think the same thing is going to happen here. I think they're both going to stand and bang.
Yeah, but who do you got?
I'm going to go with Russo.
I am too.
I think Russo's got the better chin.
Yeah, makes it 11. Boom, 11.
Next fight, being contested at 155 pounds.
Here we go.
We have Evan Dunham.
Versus Nick the Carney Lentz.
Evan Dunham, he's coming off a win against Shamar
Bailey. It was out there in New Orleans. We're at that
I
fight.
saw that fight.
It was sick.
He looked phenomenal.
Yes, he looked great.
I mean, Evan Dunham looked amazing pretty much up until when he fought Melvin.
Yes.
He looked bad that fight against Melvin, but Evan Dunham comes from Extreme Couture. Very good camp, very good fighter. He's good on the ground, standing up, submissions. Good fighter.
Yes. The Carney. All-around fighter. Coming off a loss against Mark Bocek. He looked horrible in that fight. Bocek just dominated him.
Bocek, by the way.
He picked Bocek. I picked Lance because it's cool. The Carney nickname. But yeah, he looked bad that fight. Bocek took him down at will and just smothered him pretty much the whole fight.
This isn't even a fight.
Dunham.
Dunham wins easily. Got the better stand-up,
Yep.
better subs,
Yep.
better wrestling.
Yep.
He wins easily.
Next fight.
Now, this is the first fight on Fox.
Yes.
They're only showing 3 fights, I believe, on Fox. So
It's better than that one that
Yes.
lasted like, I don't know, a minute and a half?
yes,
Minute?
something like that.
Yeah. People criticize, but we all knew it was going to happen.
So basically, it's Damian Maya,
Versus Chris All-American Weidman.
another All-American.
Oh, yeah.
There's only one All-American. That's Brian Stan. Oh well.
Anyways, back to the fight.
A little bit about Damian Maya. Submissions. He's coming off a win versus Santiago. That was actually a good fight. Jorge Santiago, and it was a good fight.
Yeah.
Damian Maya won that fight though, but he's improving his stand-up, but he is just crazy wicked on the ground.
Yes. All-American. He's all-around fighter. He is 7-0, undefeated in his career, and just, I don't know, he's just a great fighter, or good fighter. I can't say great. Great is like Anderson Silva. Good, we'll go Chris Weidman.
He's getting an opportunity here
Yes.
to make a name for himself. See what happens. I honestly believe Damian Maya controls this fight, does enough on the stand-up to take it to the ground, submit the guy.
So you going Damian Maya?
Yes.
I am also. Damian Maya wins this, I think, by submission.
Yes. That fight's contested at middleweight,
185, yes. Next fight.
Co-main event.
Here we go.
We got Chael Sonnen
versus Michael the Count Bisping.
This fight is contested at 185 pounds.
But timeout. Mark Munoz was supposed to go against.
Yes, that's why everything got switched around.
Yes.
Because Bisping was supposed to go against Maya. Munoz was supposed to go against Chael Sonnen.
Yes.
I was really looking forward to that fight.
It was going to be a sick fight.
With the Munoz-Sonnen fight.
Yes.
I'm not really looking forward to this fight.
Well, a little bit about Chael first.
Yes, a little bit about Chael. He's coming off a win versus Brian Stan. He looked phenomenal.
Yes.
His ground and pound, his takedowns, his wrestling is just absolutely amazing. It's just a step above everybody. And that's why I was looking forward to the Munoz fight, because Munoz's takedowns are very, very good as well.
And his stand-up's pretty good too. Munoz, that is.
Yeah, so Bisping.
The Count. 4-fight win streak. Last fight was against Miller. Destroyed Miller. Miller looked
bad.
Horrible. And Bisping didn't even make weight. But he just looked great.
He made weight on the third attempt.
Yeah. Let's just say that we've seen him go to the restroom over there at the Palms. Yes, we seen him go to the restroom, disappear, came back. Next thing you know, he made weight. Don't know if he took a doo-doo. Don't know if he yacked.
Don't know what he did, but he made weight.
Yes.
Eventually.
But he's an all-around fighter. He has good takedown defense. He has good takedowns. His stand-up is getting better and better as he moves on in his career. But who do you got in this fight?
I think Chael takes him down and dominates him. Just puts a relentless pace on him.
I think he does exactly what he did to Brian Stan, and that just goes in there, gets the job done immediately.
I mean, I think Bisping's only chance is to maybe bust out Aldo on Money Mendez, hit him with the knee.
Have a knee weight in there as soon as he shoots.
I mean, this is MMA, anything can happen, but if Chael goes out and does what he's supposed to do,
he should win this fight.
He should win this fight.
Easily.
All right, on to the main event.
Here we go.
Being contested at 205 pounds, which is
light heavyweight.
We have Sugar, Rashad Evans
versus Phil,
Mr. Wonderful.
Davis.
A little bit about Sugar. He's on a 3-fight win streak.
Yes.
We all know his last fight was against Tito.
Where he just blasted Tito with the knee straight to the body.
Yes. He looked really good that fight.
Yeah, he did. Not gonna lie.
He did get hit with some right hands and stuff like that. Tito showed up to fight. Was pretty aggressive, but we all know Tito's towards the end of his career.
And Tito took that fight on short notice as well.
Yeah.
He fought like literally like a month and a few days out or something like that.
But Rashad looked so much better than the first fight with Tito.
Yes, he did.
But Rashad really, really wants this fight with Bones Jones, so I expect the best Rashad to show up for this fight.
Mr. Wonderful, strong wrestler, 9-0. No blemishes on his record. Last fight was against Little Nog. He looked okay.
Did what he had to do to win.
Got the job done. Now he's in a #1 contenders fight.
Yes.
Whoever wins this fight gets the title shot against Bones Jones.
Yes, it's kind of, you know, they're both good wrestlers. So, who would you give the nod to in wrestling?
I think Sugar's strong than Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, I think Sugar has the best wrestling. Who has the better stand-up?
I think Rashad does by far.
I think Sugar does as well. Now, who has the better chin? We haven't really seen Mr. Wonderful get hit, to be honest with you.
No, but Rashad, it's questionable.
Yeah.
We all seen that Machida fight when he did Stinky Leg. It was bad.
Yes, it's kind of a, you know, who's gonna break first, who's gonna make a mistake.
Yep.
We don't know really what's gonna happen, if they're gonna stay standing or if they're gonna go to the ground. I mean, I think if they stay standing, Rashad wins this fight easily.
Yep, I do too.
But then again, can Mr. Wonderful take Rashad down and kind of wear him out a little bit?
Find out.
Who knows? I mean, it's definitely an opportunity for Mr. Wonderful to make a name for himself.
Definitely.
Who are we wrong with?
Sugar Rashad, I think he wins this fight.
I think Sugar does too. I think, you know, I think Mr. Wonderful is going to be able to put on a decent performance, but I think ultimately Sugar's going to catch him or something.
Yeah. Either take him down, just pummel him, or just catch him, because we don't know how his chin is.
Yeah. He's young though. Mr. Wonderful will come back from it. But we're both going with Sugar.
Yep.
So that's pretty much the fight predictions for UFC on Fox 2, January 28th.
7 p.m. Chicago, Illinois.
Again, my name's Jason, aka J-Ro.
Timeout. Don't we have a contest coming up?
Oh yeah, that's right. So we've been working hard, going out, getting autographs, taking pictures, getting signed pictures, and stuff like that. We've been working on this for about the last month.
Yes.
So for the UFC fight with Carlos Condit and
Nick Diaz.
Nick Diaz, I believe it's UFC 143.
3.
You definitely want to watch our fight predictions for that event.
We're going to give you details on how to win some signed memorabilia.
Yes. But we're not just going to give it away.
No, you got to work for it. You got to work for it.
So, details to come on that fight card. So make sure you watch.
Now,
Again, J-Ro, Jason.
Nick Wolfman, signing out.
Till next time.